All right, guys. Welcome to Against the Grain Golf Podcast by Get Your Ass on the Cart Productions. Fueled by Nothing is OB, South Texas Golf Podcast. Episode number 10 here. We're going to do a rundown of the Bandit, the event that occurred this past Saturday. Pins and Fins, what we got going on Saturday out in Corpus Christi at Gabe Lozano and Oso Beach. Let's bring in some usual suspects over here. Right here.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? It's been a long time. I'm shy right now. Sorry.
Oh no.
Hey, we just gotta open you up like a flower. We gotta open up those flower petals.
Hey, what's that saying? Once a hole, always a hole.
Hey, you gotta be gentle with bringing Miah back in, just like one petal at a time.
Yeah, please be gentle.
It's been a while, guys.
I know.
It has, man. Took a little break, vacation. Still going on vacation. You know, trying to enjoy everything. But had a good time. This last 2 months, it's gonna be good. Went to Lajitas, and I'm excited about Corpus, so that's gonna be fun.
Damn, look at you.
Well, of course, it's been a good couple of months. You're now an A player. Shit, I mean,
6.8 handicap now.
wee.
6.8, man. Hey, it's different now, man. It's different.
He's starting to play good.
When you got like 16 pops, you got shit to play with. But now it's like, hey, you fuck up one hole, you're done.
All right, Serge, it's been a while. How have you been doing, brother?
Good, man. Just spent some time in Florida. I've been playing here and there. I'm pretty excited about the upcoming events, and I'm also going to be traveling to Mexico at the end of August to go play a tournament in my hometown over there, which it's going to be pretty cool. Miah, stop, dude. What are you doing?
Hey, you said he got some. You said he got some new equipment.
I know, man. He looks
technical difficulties right now.
You look so bright. You look so bright, dude. I can't even recognize you. Who's that on the screen?
It's always in the dark.
Yeah.
And Miah, how have you been, bro? How have you been?
Good, man. Just spending more time with the family, and trying to balance FOREBROS, family, work.
FOREBROS again.
FOREBROS again. Yeah. Trying to get it launched, but this heat, man. This heat. It's fucking. Hey,
killer,
I think these 18 holes during the weekdays. That's done. It's gonna be like 9 holes.
Dude, I heard the heat was so bad in the Bandit that I heard that we had to call an ambulance to get old man Dick Salinas out of there. He had a heat stroke. That's why he plays so bad.
He had a heat stroke. Mm-hmm. Nah. Yep. They were taking him out of stretcher, and his dick was up because he took a Viagra.
But you know what? It's got a lifespan. He's got to wait it out. We just told, right? Y'all just told the paramedics, just wait it out. He'll be okay.
Yeah, just wait it out. I've seen him do that before. he just wakes back up.
As I stated before, he got a streak from old age.
Yeah. No. Hey,
all right, guys.
Rich is a baller, bro.
He's a baller. He can play, dude. He can play, dude. He's the only guy I've seen with the besides John Daly with the cigarette in his hand, crushing 300 down the fairway. So I mean, there's John Daly, and then there's old Dick Salinas. They're like cut from the same cloth.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We got a lot of the menu tonight. All right, we got recap of the Bandit. It's been a while since we've been back. We got our boy Brian Dishner out here to talk about his great performance that he had out at the Bandit, which is an extremely tough course, a 4-site course, which is in great shape. And that's where we're going to be headed to. We're going to be headed to a couple of 4-site courses down in Corpus Christi. And man, 4-site, gosh, I mean, they charge a pretty penny, but you know what? You get exactly what you pay for and then some. And so the course conditions have never been an issue. Also, we got the US Open, what occurred this past weekend. And you know what? We got some great stuff on the schedule. And like Miah said, it seems like every other day you're adding another outing. Sergio, I talked to Sergio on Sunday, and Sergio's just like, I'm just letting Miah go. Like, I'm just letting him do his thing.
Hey, man.
Hey, I think I need to retract some because I think I'm adding too much, and it's just me and old Dick Salinas. Like, God damn, man.
Hey, man. Players. No, keep them, dude. The people want to play, so let the people play.
That's right. Let the people play right here.
Yep.
And we got Mike Freeman. We got big dog Mike Freeman right here, bro. Don't mess with Richard Salinas.
Hey, those two guys rode to get in the cart. So how was that, Mike? Was it very fun riding with old Dick Salinas with a cigarette in his mouth the entire time?
Well, you know what? Besides, well, it's really us three, right? We've all had dick in our mouth, right? We've all had dick on our mouths, and Mike Freeman said Richard Salinas, so he used his real name right there.
And he is like the best player in FOREBROS, so he has to represent as well. So he can beat PC. Let us beat fucking bandits.
All right, guys, real quick, what were your thoughts, Miah? What were your thoughts on this past weekend's U.S. Open?
Oh, my thoughts? Oh, man, I was going for Ricky, man. But that's classic Ricky, about 2 to 3 rounds. But that course was no joke, though, man. That fucking greens were fucking lightning fast. And it was a good one, though. It was close in the front running, Ricky, Rory, and, what's that other guy's name that won? I don't even fucking forget.
Wyndham Clark.
Wyndham Clark.
William Clark. Yeah.
I always get it. Is that the hotel? I'm like, he's the guy named after a hotel. No, dude. Hey, he showed up, man. Homeboy
showed up. He showed up with the mission and was aggressive, with his putting and stuff like that. So, but what I enjoyed most of it was coming home and still having the U.S. Open till like 10 p.m. Man, that was awesome.
That was badass. Some primetime action, right? Primetime action.
Yeah.
Serge, what were your thoughts?
I mean, you call it, Andy. You told me on Sunday when Nick Clark's going to go out and get it, and he absolutely did. I was pretty bummed about Ricky. I don't think that was classic Ricky. It's just, he's been in the slump for so long that he finally, got out and started playing well, which I'm pretty happy for him. But more so, just like his behavior overall throughout the week in the course, just accepting how bad of the slump he got in, and then, putting 3 really good rounds together at the end of the day. It was pretty cool to see him, in the post round interviews saying, "Hey, my little girl don't matter if I shot 65 or 85. She's still happy to see me." So that's the kind of stuff that really got me to through the tournament. But also, to Wyndham Clark, whatever story was in the front line to where it's going to win was awesome. Rory just being one back, just like getting so close again to win another major. But when you look at Wyndham Clark with his background and what was motivating him, it's pretty cool. Interestingly enough, when you look at the stats of Wyndham Clark throughout the tournament, he plays in the top 5 in like the important categories, which was the putting, birdies, but most importantly, he was 3rd place for sand save. Those bunkers were absolutely atrocious, and the fact that he was able to get up and down from those bunkers was just absolutely phenomenal.
I think he was. If it wasn't, what is it? It was like 4 for 4 or 5 for 5, right? Up and down from he had those. I think he went 4 for 4 or 5 for 5 with Saddam's, right?
He went from bunker play. He went 3 for 4 for the entire tournament. So he was 1 for 1 the first round, 2 for 2. He missed, and he just missed one third round. He didn't hit any bunkers coming in the last round.
Right here, we got Scott Williams right here. Scott, former member of the Texas Golf Media, right here. Scott Williams. He showed up playing cocky, and that's one thing he said. Okay, and you know what? It was great to see that. You saw, and even they said it today, that Rory, that one of the reporters heard Rory speaking to his agent on the way out of the media tent, out of the media room. He said, "It's St. Andrews all over again." That's what he said, because it seems like it was the same thing. He never gave himself any gimmies. Every putt he had was like over 20 feet. And even if you're Rory, maybe you get one of those to drop around. And man, he didn't give himself any gimme distance. And then, Ricky hadn't been there before. Yes, Ricky's a great dude, right? He's like the next Arnold Palmer, where people love him. But you know what? And you know what? This is where these guys are now. We're in a different day and age. These aren't Jordan, Larry Bird days. These aren't Isaiah Thomas. Those guys were killers. Those guys were cutthroat. Everybody's friends. Like everybody, Jordan, Ricky, all JT. Those guys are all buddies. So Ricky, of course, bringing his daughter into play and it being Father's Day. And I'm like, do you want to hear that shit? I don't want to hear that shit. I want a freaking cold blood killer.
Hey man, quite frankly, I do. It's just to me. But let me. Okay, well, to be fair,
Sergio's off. And he's back. He's back.
I'm back. Okay, back. Kind of like my point. It's just kind of been a couple stressful weeks for golf. I think, especially in the media. I made the statement several times that it's a good time to be a professional golfer, but I'm not so sure if it's a good time for golf. But it's just like everything happening, and just like having this feel good stories, including the Canadian Open last week. 2 weekends ago. I mean, that was a great. I felt really good for for Canada and those guys that are playing out there, because that tournament's gotten the shaft like three years in a row. But now they had like a great finish. Tony Fleetwood not being able to close it. So seeing stories like Ricky, seeing stories like even Wyndham Clark, like he was in killer mode. He was motivated, but like had a good story getting there. So yeah, that I was happy to see that. Sucked that he didn't win, but that's I know they're not Bill Millers and all those guys are no kidding. Steve Elkington, they were out there to just, or even Tiger, to step on your throat and keep you down. But I think it was good for golf overall.
Yeah, it was a good time. It's a good time for golf. It's a great time for golf. What do they always say, Miah? Right? Even bad publicity is good publicity, right?
Oh yeah, all the time, man.
That's
I always
motto.
get that. I always get that. The best thing about this one about Rory was he let his play talk versus his fucking mouth.
Yep.
He didn't cry about shit or cry about live or anything. He actually let his game fucking talk. Which
he choked.
Good,
he choked. He choked.
He choked. He choked. But hey,
it's good. Great tournament.
It was a great tournament, and I think it was one thing. I think some of the biggest takeaways I can take away from it is that it was great. Primetime golf was great, but it was also kind of annoying, right? It was kind of annoying because you expected to be like, I'm over here like my wife and kids are making me like, my Father's Day dinner, and we should have been done by a certain time, right? Like, hey, they're like, Dada, what we're gonna watch? And I'm like, look, girls, I love you, but Dada really wants to watch this tournament. This tournament's too tight, right? And that was kind of like a positive and negative, right? But it was so great to have nighttime, primetime golf. And you know what? I guess one of the things that we talked about, Sergio, and we text, is that it was a bummer that there wasn't that much energy. There wasn't that much energy. And you hear people talk about like the U.S. Open is supposed to be our Open. It's supposed to be our Open where we showcase the United States, like one of a United States golf course, which I think it was, but it was unfortunate. It was unfortunate what was kind of like one of those underlying issues in regards to the crowd, Sergio.
Yeah, no, I think it's I think that was absolutely wrong from the LACC to take about half of the tickets or even more for general admission. I mean, there was about 23,000 tickets allocated, every day, but 14,000 of those went to the hospitality, which I understand. It's corporate. It's at the end of the day, it's a corporate event, and you have to get the people that are paying for it. But out of the 9,000 general admission, I think that only about 5,000 or 4,000 went to the public, and those were bought by LACC. I think the USGA put like a shit comment saying, "We work with our host site to determine on-site access and availability to tickets." I mean, from this point forward, what's stopping any other country club from doing with the same thing that LACC did? An ultra private club that for the first time there's open it to the public for people to see it. And I know we got to see it on TV, but why not allow the same amount of people to walk the course and get to experience an amazing event like that?
And it was a quirky course. Like, man, like there was some like carnival like holes. Like,
yep.
There were, and it was great. It was great to see. Like, and you can even tell through the broadcast, like it had some weird camera angles. Like some of the only footages of certain holes, like they had to bring in a drone or they had to have like a crane. Yep. Like it was so weird.
And that's the crazy thing, right? They have already secured the U.S. Open for 2039. I mean, I think the USGA should just take it away from those guys. We got
some things got to change, but yep. They said that they don't sign the contract until 5 years before. So yep. They said a lot can happen. Miah, yep. What are your thoughts on it? On right here, like this is a great comment right here, Miah. Before we get to you, Miah, Juan Carlos Padilla, the U.S. Open should be open for the fans.
Yep.
Miah, your thoughts?
It's one of those things. Hey, you want to keep it classy or trashy? Hey, I'm gonna go trash you, motherfucker.
Hey, we've
Hey,
been there,
I
done
don't
that,
know
right?
if I'm the best guy because I did get handcuffed out of
Hey,
Valero.
San Antonio PD knows how trashy you can go in golf
No,
tournaments.
it's the sheriffs.
I'm sorry, the sheriff.
It's the
The
Perry
sheriff
County
knows.
sheriffs.
Our county sheriff knows how
Hey,
trashy you
but
can
on
be.
my
At a
defense, hey, that's the way you want to go out when you. If I'm playing U.S. Open,
Hey,
I'm gonna get out of that motherfucker with handcuffs.
hey, you know what? We wanted to go out on our terms, but it was on somebody else's terms.
Hey, I'm gonna go out like that anywhere. U.S. Open, Masters. I'm gonna fuck. So maybe it's good they don't let everybody in.
You know,
Okay. All right. So you know what? We're coming off of a great weekend of golf. We had the Bandit this past Saturday. Quality course, one of the better courses, one of the better kept courses. You get the bang for your buck, a pricier course here in the greater San Antonio area, out in New Braunfels, which is, I say, about 30, 45 minutes outside of San Antonio city limits. We had a great event this past weekend. And we're going to bring on a player that one of our boys, Brian Dishner, if you want to suck, hey, if you want to, was it suck fast, right? Right? If you want to play golf, suck fast, right? And my man, Dish.
Big Daddy Dish.
Big Daddy Dish,
How's
baby.
it going?
Hey,
Thanks for having me, boys.
I need to
Hey,
step
Dish.
my game up with the background.
Hey, bro.
Shit.
No, well, here's the thing, dude. I'm disappointed.
I'm in
Man.
Lejitos.
I expected Dish to show up in a fucking full speedo in one of the pools that he builds.
But it has to be at somebody else's property,
Right?
somebody else's property, not his. All right.
That's why you walk out in handcuffs. Now, I wanted to see if you could change the name of the podcast to Between Two Gingers.
Aye.
One of my
There you
favorite
go.
movies is Between Two Ferns.
There we go.
Hey, man.
Between Two Gingers.
There we go.
Well, thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it.
Hey,
Appreciate
Dish.
being on.
You had a great outing, man. This past outing at Bandit, and the thing is, like, people love playing with you, and people like myself hate playing with you because you make me like you play really fast, and you really kind of get me like out of my tempo. You get me out of my tempo, but the reason you get me out of my tempo is because I wish I played as quick as you.
Yeah, that's a good point. I've had a couple guys and thank you for saying that you appreciate playing with me. Like David Parr made a comment last week about, he was like, man, I wish you slowed down. But it's just,
Hey.
and I chat back and I clap back and I said, hey, like where you guys are hitting and trying to figure out what you're doing, like I'm laying on my butt, I'm looking, like I'm studying, like I'm doing all that pre-work before you guys even hit. So it looks like I'm fast, but I'm kind of studying everything before I even get to the ball.
Would you say you're ready?
I'm ready. Hey, what's the ginger on ginger hate crime? What do we got going on?
No, hey, no. I apprecie you can kind of clap back. Hey, David Parr, I love you, bro.
Yeah,
but
no, I had a good time.
Yeah.
I've talked to Miah a couple of times, but we bought a travel trailer, and I've been trying to treat some of these games just like a home trip or like a road trip. So it's kind of fun. So we found an RV resort that was close to the course. So
No
I got
kidding.
to hang out. We got there Friday night. We're there Saturday morning. We're just kind of hanging out. It's fun. We're going to do that in Blanco when, the next time Valor Creek comes up on the schedule. So it just makes it fun. We just get out. So I'm on vacation and just golf. I get to hang out with my boys.
Hey,
So,
Dish, you know how that saying for FOREBROS go, right? Tight end bites.
Hey,
Or you
everybody's welcome.
Or you can be like Maya and just invite everybody.
There you go.
I do. I invite everybody, bro.
Yeah.
I like to bring everybody together. I like to bring everybody
I want to give
together.
Maya a lot of credit. I know he gets credit on here for just his recruiting and everything, but just the way he makes everybody feel welcome. And so big shout out. He's a great ambassador, just a good dude. So no, I mean, props to you, and you're really knocking out of the park with some of these courses. So no,
hey, keep that down, dude. I'm supposed to be known as a bad guy. I kick everybody out, man.
All right, Dish. And where we met with another golf group here in town, and it's the Golf Fellowship. And
yes, sir.
there's a bunch of great guys over there. Great organization. Carrie has done an amazing job, and I know you're one of the ambassadors for the Golf Fellowship here in San Antonio. And what do you think it is about playing in just a golf organization or a golf group in San Antonio that kind of, I guess, takes things to like past that kind of that recreational level?
Yeah, for me, it's been fun. I didn't really get into the game of golf until it was about 6-7 years ago. I mean, I played randomly with my dad and his groups and things like that. But we moved to Oklahoma, and there was nothing in Oklahoma, and so Serge. So the job that I had at that time, I had Wednesdays off, and so I would just go randomly to a course on Wednesday and try to find a group to try to play. And then when we moved to Austin, I did the same thing. I would hit up Kaiser, I'd hit up Clay, I just hit up different places, just trying to find a group to just play with. And so for me, being back in San Antonio and having multiple groups that I can be a part of, it's just been fantastic. It gives me an opportunity to play. FOREBROS gives me an opportunity to play with any day, where there are some limitations to the Golf Fellowship to where it's either a Tuesday or a weekend game, but it's to each their own. I mean, there's some benefits to each individual place, but for me, it's just a place to go play with my friends and make friends and acquaintances. The group I played with last weekend was fun. Had Fernando in there. I mean, it was just great. Also had Albert. He was in it as well. So I mean, it's just a good group of guys. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's just a place to play.
Oh, definitely. That's one of the biggest things.
That's where you come in.
Hey, Dish, that was perfect. You left us speechless.
Yeah, hey. I didn't know what to say after that.
Hey,
that's one of the biggest parts that as FOREBROS, we want that brotherhood that we've created. And like when we met you, or I met you, that, brought you in, and then you met me at Riverside to come play and stuff, is just to get to know each other. And after that, it's like, hey, you want to play again, or have you not? And, it's good to play with different people and meet everybody. But, if you've been in that circle with us that, we text each other or invite each other to places and stuff in that nature. But that's the brotherhood that we try to strive for FOREBROS, at least,
Absolutely. And I think that's appreciated. That's appreciated by guys looking to play. I've been in sports most of my life in San Antonio, so I get an opportunity to meet a lot of people. So it's kind of funny that first time I showed up for FOREBROS, I look over and I see Jones. And I'm like, dude, I played basketball with Chris Jones like 20 something years ago. So that's, I've known Chris Jones for years. So it was awesome to see a familiar face as you go out. So that was big time too. Seeing Jones out there at an event. So that was pretty cool. So
What'd you shoot this past Saturday out of the Bandit?
Oh, I'd have to look it up. I think it was in the mid 80s, I think.
He shot in 87.
87. Yeah, it was a pretty good round. It was I tried to stay out of trouble. That was the main thing. I played at Bandit enough now to kind of have an idea of where I can miss and where I can't miss. And so that kind of helped out.
Hey, Dish, talk us through to your birdie in number 9, because that's not an easy hole, especially if you get off, get in trouble off the tee. It requires a pretty precise tee shot. You got to birdie it. I was kind of greenside and I didn't. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I just hit a great drive off the tee, and then stuck one in pretty close and was able to roll in a good putt. So
you two putt. You two putt. It was a par 5.
On the par 5, I'm sorry. On that, well, I had a good approach. Let me take that back. I had a good approach that came in, and then I was just off, and then I chipped up, and then was able to putt it in. Good catch on that, Jan.
That's pretty good. And you're a pretty good example of how our handicap system works. You won B flight net with a score of 1 over. So that to me tells me that our system's kind of working out. Rick Rowland won net with 5 under. I mean, Rick hasn't played with us a while, so maybe his handicap needs to be, well, his handicap was adjusted after his round, but it was good to see that the B side and the net, it was one, with, kind of like over par, but not too far away from par. So that's like good feedback for us when we look at the numbers and everything to know that, our usuals, such as yourself, are right where they need to be.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point. Yeah, anytime that you come out, you want to feel like I mean, for me, it's the fellowship. I enjoy the fellowship, but at least feeling like you're going to be competitive.
Yep.
And so that I think the way that your system is set up right now, I think it's fair, it's competitive. When you shoot a good round, you're going to be, and your handicap's going to lower, and that's the way it goes. And so I like the way the system is set up. So
yeah, I'm glad to hear you say that, because you've been a You've been a perpetual shit talker in regards to our handicap system, always taking jabs. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure. Yes, that's right. Yes. You have been always questioning, and I'm glad and I like it because you know what? You keep Sergio on his toes. And I'm glad because you know what? I can't be the only shit talker in the group. I can't be the only one taking jabs. And I'm glad you always force Sergio to take a good long look in the mirror.
No, I think the way it's being adjusted now, I think it's good. I think it's fair. Like I said, it does feel like, and Maya can attest to this. Like I shot one of my best rounds I've ever shot was with you guys, and it was at Landa Park. Yep. I shot really low. I shot in the 70s, and it seemed like my handicap was down as low as it's ever been, and it was really hard for me to play in events after that until my actual rounds or my normal rounds in the 80s caught back up. So I think it's fair. Yeah.
It was, and that's kind of a big change that I made. I mean, I can even make more refined adjustments, but right now I'm still looking at like kind of medium strokes and where we're looking at the handicap system. So we change it from average of your lowest 3 to the average out of 6 to the average of your lowest 4 out of 10. That in itself, when I implemented that and started looking at the changes, just because I look at the numbers every time after a tournament, so I'm like familiar with everyone's handicap. When I start looking at the numbers change, like, okay, that checks, that's better. Okay, so we're, for you to win the B flight with 1 over par, essentially shooting at what we believe is your ability, it's a pretty good feedback for the system itself.
100%. One of my favorite things as well for the Bandit for this weekend was that I don't know if it was just the group I was in or how the groups were set up, but pace of play for my group was great. I mean, I don't know how everybody else finished behind us, but we finished up. I mean, it was great. I mean, like
Miah has a big a pace of play initiative that he always likes to force on people. Miah, why don't you let everybody know about your pace of play initiative?
That's just on money games.
And let everybody know about your pace of play initiative.
My pace of play initiative is leather in on money. No, I don't do leather in. I probably do like this or like that. Come on, make that.
But you got big hands. Like big hands. Like that's here. Like
I do that. I do that link.
Hey, I gotta tell you one thing, Maya. I play a round of golf on Sunday, and the Gimme Police was nowhere to be seen.
What are you talking about?
I bet you they were taking that shit.
So, all right. So Dish, Maya, you know what? We've all played with all people from different walks of life, right? And you know what? Dish, that's where we met on the Golf Fellowship. Maya, you know what? We played in BMW, Vatos Locos.
We met on Tinder, mother.
Yeah, the golf Tinder. We met
Grinder.
The back pages, right?
Yeah.
And Sergio, nobody knows how you met because you were looking for friends.
I don't even know.
You were just thirsty. You were just thirsty.
Andy, everybody knows that I hit you in Craigslist misconnections.
Hey, was it what was it called? the Fishers, whatever was it called? Fishers, whatever. Right. So, anyways, we've all played with different types of people in the group, and you don't know what game people got going on with the game within the game, right? And so Sergio's playing with we're out at Oak Hills Country Club. We're playing. Sergio, I'm playing with Brucey. I got a game going on with Brucey and him and Adam who got us on, and he's playing with his father-in-law. And you know what? I don't know. You know what? Hey, like I have a rivalry with my father-in-law. Like we're gonna get into some shit, right? Like you know what? So I don't know if Sergio's got a rivalry going on with him, and so I'm letting them. I'm letting them do their gimmicks. And so I'm staying out of that shit, right? And so you know what? Like if Sergio was waiting for me, like he was gonna fucking wait forever.
I'm just no. Well, actually, my comment was the other way. The Gimme Police was nowhere to be seen. There was too many gimmies to be had that day.
Oh, I don't think so.
So many balls were not whole.
I don't think so. What's your thought? What's your thought process? This like if you have to ask for a gimme, like should it be a gimme?
I'm always on the fence of this because I've been in some groups where you're right, where it's got to be putted out no matter what. And I understand being true to the game, and I get that. I kind of go with the feel of the group. So like this weekend was a good example. Like Albert said that he wanted to put everything out. It didn't matter where it was at.
I think you need to at events. I don't mean to cut you off. I think at events that everybody's got money on the line, I think you need to.
Yeah.
But Maya's money games, he's got different rules. Go for it, Dish.
Yeah. So that's what I was going to say. So for the weekend, I think we latched onto that. Like we're going to put everything out, and so yeah, I think it does make a difference. I mean, you see some of the pros, they miss some short putts, so it can be, they can be missed, definitely. Yeah, so I'm a high handicapper. So if you make me put stuff out and I miss putts, it's just helping my handicap. So
because Miah has his gimme crew. He's got his crew within FOREBROS.
Hey, that shit is growing and growing. It's a gimme army now, motherfucker.
He's got his own. Hey. They got their own Facebook group.
We're hole number 9. Andy makes a bogey, and Brucey has a 2-putt par to win the hole. And he asks Andy, "Is it good?" And he putts it, miss it. Like he didn't say anything. and then fucking Andy looks at me. I'm like, I didn't nothing.
I didn't say nothing. And he comes back. I mean, this is Oak Hills, right? Number 9. Number 9 is a par 3 coming into the clubhouse, right? And at finishing, they got both 9 and 18 are finishing par 3s, right? And he's looking at me and goes, "I'm gonna give myself a par." And I said, "Bitch, give yourself whatever you want to give yourself. Like, but we're playing for money, and you know what? Like, I didn't give it to you." And he assumed, and again, like if you have to ask for a gimme, I think it's like that's bad golf etiquette.
Yeah. You should ask the other team or your other guy that you're going. If he wants to give it to you, he gives it to you. But if if you have to ask for it, you got to put that shit out.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. If it's eagle, birdie, par, I think you got to put it out. Regardless.
Right. Strategy, bro. I'm gonna have to write a book about gimmies because your strategy, you'll fucking act like you're reading the putt and then look at everybody in the eyes and then they ignore you.
Right. You gotta do the thing like you're waiting for the shadow to pull the ball in, right?
You make an audiobook, I'll buy it.
Then you have all these motherfuckers looking up in the sky, seeing the airplane and shit. Then you got to put it out.
Guilty.
All right,
but there's a rule. If somebody says "give me," and you putt it and you miss
that. That's on you. That's on you because somebody gave it to you, right?
No.
Okay, see, all right. So I played with my cousin. I played with my cousin and his buddies before I came back. I played also to just kind of, hey, test the waters, right? We're going to Corpus. We're playing over there. And I had to play one of the courses right before I came back on Wednesday. And they do their gimmies a little bit different. Like, so, hey, somebody says, I give it to you. Will they at least have to, like, put it in or drag the ball in? That ball has to at least make its way to the hole. And that's okay if somebody, like, kind of like keeps the motor rolling. And they have to just at least like scoop it in something.
Yeah, I mean that's one way to do it. You can say it's good in the scorecard, but in reality, if a putt is conceded, even if the putt is taken and missed, it still counts if it was holed.
No, I don't think so.
That's in your group.
No.
Hey, I'm taxing that ass.
Hey. That is an official rule in match play.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not match play. It's not the dish. But
it's the same context.
It's
like
stroke.
if you're playing Scottish and a putt is conceded.
See, look, Mike Freeman. We don't want to hear all you.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you.
Low handicap fuckers. No.
Thank you.
This is a high handicap thing.
No below 5 can chime in.
Thank you. Appreciate you, bro.
5 and chime in.
Hey, all right. I got a quick funny story about Mike Freeman at the end of Bandit. Hey,
okay, go for it.
It involves Mike Deere.
Okay, go for it.
So Mike Freeman's been really good about helping me putting the scores in, checking the scores. Like we got a pretty good rhythm going on. He reads me the numbers. So Mike Deere, if you guys don't know him, he's missing a finger. So I'm sitting at the table. I got Mike Freeman to my right. I got Albert Serta to my left. And Mike Deere hands me this scorecard. And I hand it to Mike. And I said, "Hey, bro, is it missing a digit?" And Mike is just like looking at the scorecard. He's like, "What are you talking about? Is it missing a digit?" Fucking Albert Serta over there is like looking down, just shaking his head. And then Deere goes like, "You're so wrong, dude. You're so wrong." And I'm like, "Hey, Mike, he's missing a finger."
Hey, Hey,
For
this is what Four Bros. This is how we do things. This is how
Nobody is safe.
this is the camaraderie we do. This is the camaraderie we bring to the game out here. All right, Dish. One of the last things, Dish. If you could tell people out there that have never played, past kind of that recreational golf, kind of those beer rounds, and they're looking to get into some competitive golf, while still keeping things light, having camaraderie before and afterwards. What would you kind of tell people that may be on the bubble, or maybe kind of like on the fence about coming out and checking out a Four Bros event?
That's a very good question. I believe with the way social media is, I mean, everybody has their own thing.
Wrong ginger. There we go. Right ginger.
I believe the way social media is right now, good or bad, I think there are some good things to social media, being able to find some of these golf groups. And I think there's been some feedback, fun, hey, I found you on Facebook, or I found you on different social medias. So I think that's key. I think that really helps. I think if we post more interaction, post more video, like Maya's trying to post more stuff of events and things like that, I think that'll show like, hey, we're having a good time. There, at the end of the day, there's golf that's being played, there's competition, but it's also like, come out, play. For me, being a high handicapper, I think that's kind of, you're kind of embarrassed. Like, am I going to be put with somebody that is way better than I am? And am I going to be embarrassed? And you just need to get out there and you need to play with these guys. You need to understand that a lot of your lower handicappers, they want to grow the game. They want to they want to make people better. They're not going to be out there trying to coach you and change your swing in the middle of a round. But they want to see people do well, and they don't have a problem with complimenting you and say, hey, good swing. So I think just that positive feedback, and just jump, just come out and try it, just come out and play, and get that opportunity to play and be around guys, and don't be scared of what your handicap is or things like that, or I don't know the rules, whatever excuses you may hear, that the guys don't want to come out.
Golf clap. Thank you,
Miah. You got anything for Dish before we let him go?
No, just thank you for always, supporting us and coming out and bringing your dad along too. I'm gonna have a bet with y'all tomorrow because me and Adrian need to get our money back from y'all. But that's just it, man. And always being there. And then like this weekend, let the families get together, the wives, the kids. That's why we try to do these little outings outside of San Antonio for families. Also, so they know, hey, this is that guy that, my husband plays with most of the time, or have you not, and stuff like that. So
not sure that's a good thing, but we'll go with it.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that though.
Right here. We got a comment right here from old Dick Salinas. They don't come out because the wifey don't sign the form.
You didn't sign the form, Dick. You're supposed to give me documentation.
That's true. Hey, it was an electronic form. Form. All right, guys. That's Brian. That's Brian. There you go. That's right here. That's Brian Dishner right here. Dish, thanks so much for being on the show, bro. We appreciate you being a member, and we appreciate you being one of our bros. Thanks so much, man. We appreciate your friendship, bro.
Thank you for having me on. Appreciate it, guys.
All right,
Thanks,
see you tomorrow, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, guys, man. Dish is such a great guy because you know what?
Yep.
He says he hasn't been playing that long, and I'm like, bullshit, dude. He worked at La Cantera. He was a ball boy at La Cantera. He was around some of the best coaches, some of the best golf people. He was around Joe Caruso, Brian Gathright, Mary Carricker. Like, get out of here, this guy, dude.
You know what I love about Dish?
This is like, you don't know what you're going to get with Dish. You're either going to get like a 78, 82, or 104. You know what I mean?
Hey,
like,
he's very diverse. He's very diverse.
But I give it to Dish. Dish can bomb that shit. It's when his short game is on.
Freaking lefty, bro. Like, man, it's annoying because he can play, dude. He can freaking play. And great guy. I think he's the perfect four bro.
Yep.
To not get you in trouble. To not get you in trouble.
You get intimidated. The first time I played with him, I was absolutely intimidated. I mean, who shows up to the golf course with iron head covers with a clown emoji on them?
I know, man.
Have you seen that?
He's got style too. You know what? He's got style.
Yeah, he does.
His style can rival Mike Osman's style. Like, I mean, I think they're two peas in a pod style wise.
I disagree with that. Mike Osman has no style.
Well, because it's close to your style. That's why.
We need to do a welfare check on Mike. You know, I haven't heard from him in a while.
He's in Wisconsin, probably in snow right now.
Yeah, he's over there with guys with good credit.
All right, guys.
He's hanging out with his white friends again. He's gonna come back. He's gonna come back changed.
He's back in the motherland. All right, guys. Now coming up, we got some things in Miah you referencing tomorrow, and there's a 2-man event out there at Alsatian, right? Alsatian tomorrow, right? Or is it? Where is it at, Miah?
Alsatian 2-man scramble.
I'm waiting on this guy, man. You said you got new equipment.
Wi-Fi.
You said you got new equipment, man. You're crazy.
No, it's the Wi-Fi now, man.
Where are you? Where are you, man? You look like
is Bubber's pulling the
you're in a one-bedroom apartment right now. Are you?
I am. My wife kicked me out.
All right, Miah. So why don't you let everybody know about the event we got going on tomorrow?
So tomorrow we did a test run at Randolph, and this kind of benefits everybody where you can. It doesn't matter what handicap you bring because it does gross and net, so you can get 2 1 handicap, golfers, and they're going to be going for the gross, first, and I think we're paying out first and second net and gross, and second, first net and gross and second, net and gross. So I chose to go with Sea Flight King. That's my, trying to get the net. So
you need something you were looking to give back to charity, and so that's like your good deed for the year.
That's my boy Adrian, Sea Flight King, baby. With those pops, man, you could just spray that shit and still have enough left. Hey, but Sergio's copying me because he got fucking EJ.
No, I'm not, dude. I asked who wanted to play with me, and EJ Esqueda said, like, I'm in. I was like, you know what, bro? 100%, dude. Like, let's go.
No.
Hey,
F can play.
I want to play with, I want him to be my partner. As a matter of fact, dude.
So you're telling me you don't want those 20 pops?
Miah, you killed me with the fucking team names, by the way. So me and AJ's team name is Team Whole Packers. Miah, and hey, I'm gonna just take one wild guess for what's the team name for Miah and Adrian Lerma.
I don't know. Tell me.
Team Moto.
That's fair. It could have been the sumo package. It could have been the sumo package too.
Tell them what I gave Richard Salinas. Fucking their team name.
Sticky balls.
Who's he playing with?
With Cedric Evans.
Yeah.
Hey, that's gonna be a good team right there, dude.
Then we have Felipe Elizondo and Brucey Slice Cowboys.
Slice Cowboys. Man.
Then Fernando Hernandez and Fred Schneider, Happy Hookers.
Oh, hey, I like that one. That one gets me going.
Oh, dude,
I was trying to find some good ones, man.
Yeah, I started looking at names. I fucking died.
Pop.
That must be
Jonesy. Pop.
Oh, I was gonna say that must be Brian Dishner because Dishner, his pop's name is the Stroke Kings.
Here we go.
Yeah.
There you go. Divot and Goliath. That's a good one.
Let's go, AJ.
Let's
go. AJ, I'm gonna change that to our team name.
He said that was his. I
was originally going to call him Big Red and Barbacoa, but
that's a good one.
Yeah. So tomorrow, we're just doing these little test runs because in September at Starkey, which I just went over there, and they've turned around, man.
I told you.
Believe it or not.
I told you.
Yeah, you did. I haven't gone there, and Bart invited us out there, because Bart has been working out there, and he's one of our fellow FOREBROS, and he's been telling us, hey, the course is starting to look good. And I was like, I didn't kind of believe him because the last time I went, it was kind of sketchy, And I said, you know what? He's always coming to ours. Let me go over there. And believe it or not, the greens were in excellent shape, and overall they've come a long way, and they're about to remodel, I think, in October next year.
Yep.
And so I'm excited to see after that after that remodel. Because you got to look at Seguin. Seguin, believe it or not, their prices, they're not all about the money. Like, hey, after remodel, I don't know. But, you can play around with 2 beers and spend less than $50 out there. You know what I mean?
Beers are less than $3 out there.
Yeah.
They're like $2.75. It's like $2.75, man. And you know what? It's a great deal on the weekends. I think it was only I think 30 something and change with the cart and a small bucket of balls.
Yeah, so you can't beat that.
Dude.
So in September, we're gonna have that big 2-man scramble, $100 buy-in per team. So that one's gonna be pretty huge, and barbecue is gonna be provided after the round.
Hold on, okay. I got a comment right here. I don't know who this is. I'm trying to check. I'm checking all the formats. Checking.
I already know who that is.
That's
Rudy
top notch right now.
Get your ass out of here, Rudy. Mission is
buy 100% PGA greens. Okay, you know what?
Rudy lives on number 18, and that's his home fucking course.
Hey, I gotta get. Hey, but we gotta give Rudy a pretty quick shout out. He got his first hole-in-one not too long ago.
So. Oh yeah. Let me guess. At Mission.
I have no idea where he got it. Just like he posted a hole-in-one. So like, hey, congratulations, Rudy.
Okay,
I give him that. That was a good. I never had a hole-in-one before.
I'm still waiting. But I'm always ready. I'm always ready, right? And so, you know what? I was out there not last week. I was out there 2 weeks ago to have lunch with a good buddy of mine, Ray Garza from On Par Golf, and he's got his facility out there. And man, they punch the greens, and I guess everyone keeps saying this is the time to punch the greens, right? Because they had punched the greens and also to Darren Corpus and Gabe Lozano, and they were just like in the process of recovering when I played last Wednesday, and so they should be prime. They should be freaking prime for us Saturday, Sunday. But man, some of these courses are having trouble like getting those greens back and the recovery time, and it's just, you know what? I'm just gonna tell you, like,
let me ask you this: is it a city thing, or is this?
No, I don't think. Okay, I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know. You know what? Okay, so we had my daughter's birthday party last week, and there was some guys coming in, and they're golfers. You know, hey, man, they're coming in with their bags. It was held at Embassy Suites, and we come back in. They come back in, and I said, hey guys, where'd y'all play at? And he goes, we played at Quarry. And I said, hey, how was it? Right? Because Quarry is known for having, great conditions, but they tend to be slow sometimes, the greens, right? Because they don't want to lose them. And he said, man, they just punched the greens and it was all bumpy. And so I'm like, I guess this is just, I don't know if it's the time or a city. I don't know.
It's kind of weird. Al Station punched the greens, several weeks before we went out there. And they had the golf course closed for several days during the weekend. I really thought that the golf course the greens were going to be in like excellent shape. They were good. Don't get me wrong. They were excellent. But I really thought that they were going to be like a little bit of better shape when we played, because it's been so long since, they had like less play, that I thought, okay, these gotta be okay. Everybody, amber alert, or silver alert. Like Miah is lost now. But I
came back.
You're here. But I really think that, it might be something with the weather now, or just here in San Antonio, that maybe this is not time. I mean, I don't know. Like, I will have to ask Alex Rodriguez, what's the deal with, a lot of these greens. But, I don't know, man. I don't think it's something that has to do with the city course specifically.
Oh, yeah. This is great, dude. I don't know who said this. This is probably Rudy again. It's Ray Garza has all the equipment at his house. That's why.
Hey, Ray's got some good greens, bro.
He does, man. And I'm like this, and you know what? You even said it. It's like Ray Garza needs to go and save the trail. And I'm like,
God.
Shit. He's got, maybe that's the problem. He's got all the fucking badass equipment at his house.
I think Ken Buckler took it with him to Florida.
Chinga. No, dude, and that's just, and I think right here, Scott Williams makes a great point here. I think it's the recycled water, too much salt. It's all that shit water. I mean, there's too much particles, too much, I don't know, too much something, dude.
Hey, it's all the fucking baby wipes fucking Miah uses when he wipes his ass in the golf course.
It does. It tastes sweet.
And so, and I think that and I think that's the thing that's kind of frustrating. And it is great to finally see that Brax greens are finally coming back.
Are they?
Fine.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't been there.
No, okay, I've been out there, and you know what? I've been out there 2 weeks ago, and they're somewhat coming back. And
if you say they're back, I'm willing to go back play there again.
It's like now, even though on social media, it's just like everybody complains so much. I don't even know what's good.
Hey, what's real, right? What's
like,
real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I need a personal connection to somebody to actually tell me, hey, they're good.
But I don't think, okay, you see, and not even that, because beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? Like, you have everybody that go on, you have the ACGT, enthusiasts. Oh, it's so pure. It's so pure. And then you have people that go out and say about Golf Club of Texas, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. It's so pure right now.
Hey,
and you know what I mean? And I'm just like, hold on, what is pure to you? Like, what is pure to you?
I think that all the courses in San Antonio, the one that is worst to take people's perceptions is GCT, because on the same weekend, you'll have somebody say like, hey, greens were great. They're roll fine. Tee boxes were rough. And then on Sunday, you'll have a guy, tee boxes were perfect. Greens were bumpy. Like, who do you believe? Right. I haven't played there in a while, but it just seems to be like the most polarizing golf course in terms of reviews.
And I agree. And you know what? Miah will tell you this too, because you know what, and you too as well, Serge, by being former members out there, is that a lot of times we were doing a lot of the defending of Golf Club of Texas conditions, because a lot of times people aren't used to those Zoysia greens, right? And a lot of times, oh, I hate it out there. They don't hold. They're bumpy. It's like putting on Planko or whatever. And a lot of times, I just don't think people kind of understand what it's like to putt on those greens. But I know recently they punched their greens. They recently punched their greens, and I'm not too sure if they're recovering the way that the super or the people out there hope so as well.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, I was a member out there. I had my little tiny group of like 8 people that we used to go out every Saturday.
It's 3, right? It's 2. It's 2.
It was 8 people. I had 8.
And Adrian, your son was one of them.
Hey.
It was Marcus and Adrian.
That's it. But they played the course. They played 36 holes. That's why he says like there's 8 of them.
Yeah, exactly. But nonetheless, I mean that course still kind of holds like a special place in my heart. I mean, the course. I think that the layout.
Definitely.
The course is fantastic. The layout's fantastic, and it wasn't.
That's where FOREBROS was founded.
Hey man, I'm telling you, when the rough or like the third cut essentially of the golf course was all grown out, that course was unplayable. You don't have like room for error. It was like very difficult to score, as opposed to during the summer they cut some of that down that you can actually find the ball, like example number 2 on the left hand side. I mean, such a demanding tee shot in that course. I hope that they come to their senses and bring their rates down a little bit, because I would like to see that golf course again. I really
give me a burger.
And Miah wants a burger. Hey,
Bo, if you're listening, bro, okay, if you're listening,
burger,
give us a burger. I'm gonna say this right here, right now, and I hope that you listen to this, Bo. Give this man a burger, and FOREBROS will go back to your golf course. I am saying it right now, right here, Bo. Make it happen. Give us a good rate. We'll share up with numbers. We want to see your golf course again with the burger.
It's got to be in writing, right, Miah? It's got to be in writing.
Got to be in writing.
Hey, and Bo, and if you're not listening to this, we're gonna make a fucking clip. I'm gonna give it out. Put it out to you. Get us back to your golf course by giving that guy a burger, please.
Give him his give the man his damn burger.
Yeah,
get us back.
Hey, but talking about like course conditions and all that, that's why, as avid golfers, we kind of pick and choose where to go. You know what I mean? So you kind of dodge the bullet, have you not, of picking the right courses.
Yep.
If you look at our schedule, it's always been our go-to courses that are always in prime conditions. You know what I mean?
And if you look at it, I mean, we've been spending a lot of time outside of San Antonio. Balor, Bandit.
And I think that's the thing. We have in our chats as boards is that you know what, we want to come back. We want to come back to these courses. We want to keep, the time, to the course manageable, these events manageable, so people can go and live their lives, really they can, right? And so that they're not just trying to, steal from Peter to pay Paul to make it out to our events. And as a group, as a board, we continually explore all of these things because we want to make and put out a great product for our members. And I think that's one thing that Miah does a great job of, is that, he's got to do a little taste test. You got to taste the course to make sure that it's playable and that we're able to put our stamp on it and put, our name behind that course to make sure we're giving a quality product to our members. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about our members. And
yeah, because it's guys that maybe might only get that 1 out of 2 months to come out and play. And I mean, you want to give them, other than complaining about their score or how they shoot, I don't think one time out of, we've played here at our tournaments, you ever said they complained about the course. You know what I mean? Maybe on some money games here and there. But other than that, I mean, we pick and choose to give that one guy that one opportunity. They like, hey, man, you know what? I can get a good rate, 8 a.m. shotgun versus paying $90 to $100, say like for Comanche, you can't get on there just by yourself, no small Joe. But it might be that one time and they want to spend that $90 to $100 and they don't even complain about it when they leave. I mean, they leave happy. They don't even care if they shot 101. It's just experiencing those golf courses that some people can't even get to experience.
Yeah, on top of that, plus the rate, like you still have to pay $25 to play with us. Nobody gets to play here with us for free. Like you have to put in your money for the pot for everybody to be able to win, for you to win some of that back. But, and that's why I really commend you, Miah, and like the great job you did with our schedule and just making sure the course is up to par because, hey, we have our guys spending $100 every Saturday, right? So we need to make sure that that money goes, as well spent, and the guys have a good experience, within the group, but also make it fair across the board to make sure that everybody has a chance to win.
Oh, exactly. I think, and we talked about this, we're doing a trial, we're going to Corpus, we're going to Austin next month, a little trial run out there. And we're talking about Houston next year. Are we going to get those big numbers? Probably not, but 20 to 30 people might want to be like, you know what? I'm going to go experience some Houston golf or Austin golf.
And you know what? Just based on the culture we've been building, I mean, I think we had about 2 or 3 guys out of town to come play with us at Bandit. We had one guy that was recruited all the way from Houston by Jason Eggleston. He'd say, hey, come down and play with us to the Bandit. He showed up, right? So I think that, as we are like expanding our wings and our connections with other people in those areas, such as Austin and Houston, I think that maybe half the field could potentially, if we do a good enough job, will be like locals. And then the other half will be us moving from San Antonio, trying to play out there as well.
Right here, like right here, we have one. He lives out in Atascocita. It's a city right outside of Houston. Jesse Martinez. He's been a regular at our events. Man, y'all are having too much fun. I need to get my ass out there too. And again, we want to be able to come to him. We want to be able to make it easier for these guys. And thank you, Jesse, for being a FOREBRO, and we appreciate you coming out. And I think that's one thing Miah had. There it is right there. He goes, hell yeah, bring it out here, fellas, H-Town. See, and you know what? And again, Jesse is like, hey, man, that's our resident Houston guy out there too. Our boy, Mark Villagomez from Oakbury Golf. You know what? They can vouch for certain courses and make sure that we keep it fun and we keep it entertaining and we make it memorable for our guys.
I think what it is these cities have great courses, but what it's missing is this getting guys together, having a good time, and competing. I'm just not, and I had guys like Anthony Luna move to Dallas, and he'll tell you like there's not really that atmosphere out there. And I mean, I know there's a couple of guys in Corpus, but I really don't know that kind of atmosphere because I had 2 guys from Corpus they saw us on their tee sheet at OSA, and they wanted to get in this game, and I'm like trying to tell them like, hey, this is kind of like a private event, but next time we'll have where we can open it to a locally Corpus guys and stuff. But that's on our agenda for next year as a board, is to trying to do a little traveling show throughout the year, and for 20 to 30 guys. Hopefully we get more guys interested in playing out there, and then eventually maybe they can start their own chapter of FOREBROS to have that camaraderie. You know what I mean?
Right here, Jesse Martinez. Love your group vibes. Nothing like that here. Believe me, tried most of them. And that says a lot. That says a lot, because Jesse plays a lot of golf. And you know what? He's a great guy. And you know what? And we're proud to have him as a FOREBRO. We're proud to have him as a group of member of our association. And you're right. You know what? I was just in Corpus. I'm looking for something like us. You know what? I'm looking for that, for us, right? Yep. And it's not out there. It's not out there. It's not.
Yeah.
Right?
When we're out there is when one guy's on another hole and the other guy's on the other one, and we're both, fuck you. No, fuck you. All right, I'll see you later. You know what I mean? It's like
that's
FOREBROS right there.
It's like, are we about to throw blows? Yes. Yeah. Are we having a good time? Yes, we are. Hell yeah. All right, guys. One of the last things that we're going to talk about here is, as we got Fins and Pins coming up here, we have out in Corpus Christi, Texas. You know what, Miah, you've done some traveling recently. I've done some traveling recently. So has Serge. Serge recently, Sergio has recently played out in Florida, and you have a trip coming up that you're going to be playing in your hometown. Miah, why don't you kind of take us through as I put up some of the pictures of your trip out there to Lajitas, which is, some people say, like, I guess they say, it's public. Yeah, it's open to the public, but it's not your average public course here in the state of Texas.
No, it's not your average public course at all. There's a couple of challenges. One is the 7-hour drive, and 2 is the amenities of paying. If you book early enough a room, you can get it for $200. But other than that, it's probably $300 to $400 a night. It's just booking early. That was the trick for me, because I had the rooms for $200 a night. The round was $187. That's with tax. But I got lucky enough that it's so slow out there, that the guy let me play 9 holes the day before for free. And, I played 18 plus some on the next day. So, but that had to be one of the best courses. Just scenery, the greens were beautiful, the fairways. It's just something that you have to experience off your checklist. And, it had stuff for the family. My wife had a little spa day where me and the boys went to the pool. It had a little bit of everything. But other than the course, there's nothing out there. There's a goat or a sheep or fucking something as the mayor of the fucking city, of the little, the fucking little town.
And for those people that don't know, Lajitas is located out at Big Bend National Park. That's West Texas, right, Miah, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes.
Right? It's West Texas. And as you can see right there, man, it's been rated one of, if not almost, like, I guess it's top, right? It's argumentative as to, is it top 1, 2, or 3 in the state of Texas for best public courses?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, it's a good trip. It was a good family trip, but it's one of these trips that if you're by yourself with your buddies, you'll fucking remember that for the rest of your life. Just fucking playing a beautiful course, going to the pool, having a few drinks. You can't go wrong. So we'll be planning something next year. Hopefully we can get more people to go, because you have to experience, man. Definitely experience it.
Right here, Dishner. It's a gym. Buy the go-to beer. That nice. Is true right here. You can hit a ball all the way to Mexico on 15. Hey, you know what? Okay, you know what? In all fairness, Dish, you could also do that at the golf course in Eagle Pass in Piedras Negras, right? You can almost do that in every freaking hole there. in Eagle Pass. Okay.
But after going to there and then I played around at Divine, bro.
What are you doing?
I don't know. It's like fucking a supermodel and then going there and fucking some crack whore hooker or something. Like it's
hey, but the crack whore, they do some work though, man.
They do some work.
They do some work.
But
you can't knock it.
After that, you're like a snob. Like after playing that, like, hey man, I paid $100.
Okay, all right. So how do you think?
I'm a snob golfer now.
How do you think I felt this week? Right, I go for a media day or this past week. I mean, because today's Monday, new week. How do you think I felt last week? I go to Corpus Christi for a media day at Corpus Christi Country Club. Chet Williams redesign, remodel. Everything's on the house. Cart, grill, everything. Food before, food after. Free golf, amenities, right? Like, and then we play Oak Hill on Sunday. I mean, how do you think I felt?
You might as well just stop.
All right, and luckily enough, I got to sprinkle in the opening day for La Loma here in Fort Sam, and man, I'm really happy with the mass improvement that's going on over there.
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't played out there, and I can't wait to get out. When I was talking to Brandon, his legit goal is to make La Loma USGA qualifier again, and that's a pretty that's a pretty big task to take on.
It is. They're not there yet. No one's saying they got some work to do. They do.
They're going. They're going in the right direction.
Oh hell, exactly. That's a hard definite.
Yeah, I mean they're throwing money on the course, and it's going to take time. But I think that under Brandon's leadership and with the help with Robert Vasquez, I think that they're going to get that course to where it needs to be able to have a USGA qualifier again in that place. I mean, the layout's great, and I can't wait to see it. But yeah,
I did a video before. This is before they started working or whatever, and I said, "God damn, it looked like a bomb from Hiroshima just fucking dropped on this motherfucker." That's when it had like black spots.
But you would say that
where do you get the black spots from?
You would say that leadership plays a big role in these courses, right? In the condition and the upkeep, like leadership makes a big difference. And I think Robert coming in as the pro shop manager, Brandon coming in as a GM, and like you said, Serge, they're throwing money at the course. And I think it's just, especially with them having 2 18s, they have to be really smart in regards to where that money is spent.
Yeah, when you get guys like that they're willing to go against the just to find the money to do it, to be to have the will to ask for it. You appreciate that, right? Me as a now retiree, it's kind of weird to say still, but having access to a military course like that and making understanding that golf course is going to specific population and be in a good shape, it's awesome. The fact that they can showcase Fort Sam into a USGA qualifier, or that's the goal ultimately. It just speaks volumes of what Robert and Brandon are doing out there.
But you can tell the changes because before, in the beginning, it was kind of like when you checked in, it was kind of standoffish in the beginning. But you could change. The atmosphere has changed, like
very inviting,
very inviting, and that's what we've always talked about is customer service. And I give that to Divine, bro. They had 100% top-notch customer service there, and that's why once they get their situation, because I don't know what's all involved. It's city-owned, money-wise, all that stuff. But that always plays a big role of how you get treated. You might play a shitty course or whatever, but if that customer service there, it kind of makes up for your experience. And I feel Fort Sam is headed that way. And that's kind of like, I guess that's that mentality Brandon brings too, because that's how Lackland was as well, was that, come in, hey, let's have a good time. So that's how I feel Fort Sam is going forward, because of their customer service, and now they're bringing the right direction of the course. So it's going the right way.
I agree. You got to make sure, like, hey, you have some great personalities, you have some great people, right? That know how to do things right in regards to the pro shop, in regards to the course, customer service wise. Now, can we get that course to match up to, you know, how they treat people, right? To how they do things. Can they get that course up to that par, right? And you see both of the courses going in the right direction. And I think from where they were previously, like 4 months ago, like God bless, right? Like
Definitely.
you had to like really like you're pulling teeth just to get people out there and to go out there and play and to see the vast improvement, to see, you know, it new sod laid out there in the fairways, a shitload of grass growing, greens, you know, it's amazing. It's beautiful. And it's so promising because one thing I've been doing personally is I'm taking a huge dive into golf architecture. And you know what, man, that was a Texas Open course. Like that's where they held the Texas Open. You know what, AW Tailing House designed, you know, one of the courses out of Fort Sam. They said there's about 9 holes still left out there. Like, so I'm telling you, like there's a lot of great golf left and in those courses.
Yeah, and definitely if anybody that wants to try it, we'll be having the 4th of July red, white, and blue. We did that last year in Lackland.
It was awesome.
If you never experienced that, if you never experienced that, I had a good time. I was dancing.
It's a great time.
The firecracker.
Chanclas and Tejano. We know it.
It's chanclas and Tejano.
Oh man, I wish I had that GIF available right now.
Yeah,
dude, we need that. That's a staple. We need that. We need that in the archives.
But I had a good time with the last firecracker one. But that was a good time. And July 4th of July, we're having that.
For those of you that don't know, I don't mean to cut you off, Miah. The firecracker playing red, white, and blue is that every other tee, it's alternated red, white, and blue. We play from those tee boxes in celebration of Independence Day, 4th of July, the firecracker. If you've never played in one, you need to play in one. It's fun. There's some highs and lows.
It's fun.
Yeah, there's some highs, there's some lows, especially when you're on the tips. But it's going to be fun and interesting. I hope they don't have number 9 on the tip, or number 10 on the tips, because it's hard enough to try to
don't be scared
over that. Yeah, you know where the Loma.
Yeah, man, dude, that's
get over that one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But that's gonna be a fun time.
Actually, I think it's gonna set up for it. Number 10 to be red.
There you go.
Hey, more like
because like 1 is red, 2 is gonna be white.
But I think that makes it a little harder playing from the reds.
Dude, it's like gonna have to hit an iron in there because
I'm gonna go driver.
You're gonna go over, dude.
All right, guys.
But that's gonna be a good time. Next month, if you love to play golf, we have all those outings. So, we have July 1st is Valor Creek. And I would advise to take advantage of these deals that we got now, because prices are gonna go up next year. So take advantage of the $60 burger chips. I gotta bring out the burger. Range balls, 8 a.m. shotgun.
We call it the Miah special. The Miah special.
Hey, take advantage of that, because next year,
hey,
I have an inside track. Next year, that $60 ain't gonna be there.
That's another issue we can go in on next show, and that's a big issue going on here in town as regards to the pricing or overpricing or of golf right now, and that's something that's a bigger monster we can get into. Miah, what's one of your closing thoughts here tonight as we wrap up tonight's show?
Nothing. My closing thoughts is we have 700 members on the Facebook, which to me that doesn't matter. Facebook is Facebook, but I just want people to, if you're timid or if you got, you don't trust some things, just give us a try. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But if you like to be competitive, you like to make some money, you like to play golf in general or meet new guys, just give us a try and come on out. We've been, like I always told Andy or Sergio, to me, it don't matter. I'm going to fucking play golf. Either way, I don't care. I got my foursomes. I can get 8 to 12, 20 guys.
His pigeons.
you know, I can make a tournament. The 60 players or 50 or whatever, we're offering other guys to come out there. Either way, we're gonna play. So just come out and give us a try, man. That's all. I mean, and give one of these trips a try. We're going to Austin next month, and I'm probably gonna add a Saturday round on there, and we're gonna play 2 days of golf. You know, and this one's gonna be an all guys trip, so somebody might get arrested, so maybe don't come out.
No, I'm already off. I'm already off the no fly list.
Sergio might not be going now.
So a few things. First and foremost, I really appreciate you guys' trust with us running this event. As you guys know, we don't take any fees. We don't take any any admin fees. We don't take the cut. Everything that you put into the pot goes back. We paid close to $1,800 over in Bandit, and we took $0 from that pot, and that's always important for us. We beat our chest to that model, and we will continue to do so because it's for you guys. I think the big thing that one of the things that drives me and Maya to keep growing this group is to provide the experience that we have, the way we want you guys to view golf, the way that we view golf, which is competition, camaraderie, fellowship, and all that stuff. So we appreciate that trust. Furthermore, if you guys didn't notice in the Bandit, it was our open format, and I decided to divide the field into A and B, pay gross and net, but still the optional games do A, B, and C to give everybody a chance. And thankfully, because I keep my eye on all the numbers, and we're still a provable concept. We're trying to make sure that everything goes well for everybody, or at least everybody has a chance. And looking at the money earned, to the handicap ratio, 5 and below, it's been taking most of the money. But since we did this adjustment, this adjustment for this weekend, it had an impact in the amount of higher handicappers getting a bigger piece of the pot. So I wanted to try this out. It worked. We're going to continue to do that. So when we have an open play, it doesn't matter where you sit in the handicaps. I am going to look at the field and cut you right down the half, put half of that A and B to pay gross and net, and also continue to do A, B, and C for optional games, because it's not fair for Adrian Lerma, who is the C King, the king of C flight, to be competing with somebody who is from B flight. And last but not least, And last but not least, I have my buddy Jeremy Wooden. Hopefully he is still listening, because he said that if he was going to get bored, he's going to jack one off. So Jeremy, if you're looking, I hope you didn't jack it too hard.
Hey, one last shout out is for our little Ryder Cup team coming out. It's Sergio, Andy, myself, Juan Chaclia. Juan
Chancla. Hey, it's my primo, cabrón.
My primo, Rudy, Jaime's Mission, PGA. Who else is David Parr's going with us? John Bluck, Brian Dishner, Adrian Lerma, his brother, Andy's buddy. So there's a bunch of guys that are going, and we're competing against Vatos Locals, even though Fernando Forbro went to play with Vatos Locals, and Roberto.
Fuck him.
Hey, nah, but
you're in the ban
we'll be
list.
playing against Vatos Locals, so we'll keep you informed how that's going to be going on. But overall, it's going to be a great time, exciting, for the families and us to get together. So
one last shout out when you're done.
We can do that again.
Don't worry, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for y'all guys. Go for it. Just
okay, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Last shout out. Just to John Bluck. Every once in a while we get.
Say it.
I'm saying every once in a while we get guys like John that kind of jump in, like you were saying, Maya, kind of timid to the group. They come in, they see what we're about, and they're like, both feet in. They take the jump, and they're all about it. So, we appreciate guys like John. We appreciate the guys that travel from out of town. All the guys, Jason recruiting somebody all the way from Houston to come play with us. We really appreciate you guys, and we appreciate your trust. Please keep doing it. I know that we have our usuals, but the guys who are just like coming to the group, hey, bring your buddies. I'll pair you up with them. It's not a problem. So I want you guys to enjoy and see golf the way that we see it. That's it. Done.
Done.
Okay. Hey guys, I want to thank you for your continued support. Make sure you check out the podcast, Nothing is OB, South Texas Golf Podcast, which fuels this Against the Grain podcast, the FOREBROS podcast. All right, guys. So make sure, guys, your support has been amazing and tremendous. Also, guys, please check us out. We are on Unknown Golf. We are on Facebook, Never Golf Alone Again, FOREBROS, and tell somebody else about us. All right. We know and we love it. We get shit on San Antonio golfers. Yes, we know we're a golf group. And you know what? We are unapologetic about it. Yes, we're a golf group. And you know what? We're not for everybody. All right? We're not for everybody. I got one of my buddies asking about, hey, how come they won't let me in the group? And pretty much I said, because you know what? Miah, you said we have 700 members. And you know what? This group isn't just to be a wallflower, isn't just to be a set of eyes, isn't just to see the fireworks. You know what? We want you to set those fireworks off. We want you to be a part of this group. If you're going to be in our group, in our Facebook group, play. Come out and play. Experience the group. This isn't just for us. Yes, we always have a game. There's always a game going on. There is. And you know what? Come see what we're about. And if you don't like us, then you don't like us. But you know what? Like, yes, we know we're a group and we're unapologetic about it. So please come and check us out. We're on Facebook. We use a badass system, Unknown Golf, UG. Check it out. Never Golf Alone Again, FOREBROS. OB out.
I love my wife.